Hello, my name's Dane Delahunty, and today I'd like to talk about my personal model of communication. So, first off, to start off, I'd like to relate how communication isn't a science, it's an art. So, any particulars of my model could change with how the medium you're using to communicate, if I was giving the speech in person to you directly, or writing a book, that's a form of communication, and it's vastly different. But I think that these principles, for the most part, hold true across the board. So, first of all, second, communication to me is defined as an interaction between two or more people using a given medium. That medium could be a book, television, mass media like a news network, or like I am right now, a computer computer mediated discussion. There we go. Forgot the terminology for a minute. Next, an individual has to initiate the communication. If nobody starts off the communication, then the message isn't going to come through. So when I want to tell you a message, I have to track you down or film this and send it to you, or in general, I as the sender just have to do something to get the message out there. Messages might not be received by the other person due to various forms of interference, as I'd like to call it. If I was just saying this speech in front of a room full of people, then perhaps somebody walks in the door at the back of the room, disrupts the class, and then, or the audience, and nobody's paying attention to what I'm saying. That's a disruption. Or in this case, some technical difficulty means that my whole speech just comes out as blah, 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 blah. That would be the same kind of deal. Nobody's getting what I'm saying. That's another vital part of communication, interference, and you have to work through that. Just like a game of telephone that you could play with your friends. It starts out, someone says, I like cats. By the end of it, it's, I love monkeys. That's interference right there. Next, the recipient who I'm talking to, it could be one person, it could be many people, they receive the message. So you open up this video, you're watching it. That's receiving the message. You open a book, you read it. Any of that. You have to make an effort to actually understand and process what's being sent to you to properly receive it. And once you've received it, you have a choice. You can either let the communication die off and that's the end, or you can move on and say you become the sender. You want to talk more about what I'm saying. You decide that you don't like my second point. You don't like communications, interaction between two or more people using a given medium. You don't agree with that. So what you do then is let it go, or you send me a speech, and it says that you don't agree with that. Finally, finishing up this model communication, it's just whoever stops talking, the end of the discussion. That's the end of the communication. Thank you. That's my personal model of communication.